Welcome, senior students. First off, massive congratulations on reaching the final stretch of your program. I'm absolutely thrilled to guide you through this explainer today. We are looking at the literal cutting edge of visual merchandising and retail trends for 2026. Because as you're getting ready to step out of the classroom and into the industry, you're going to find that the rules of the game aren't just shifting, they've been completely rewritten. So this presentation is designed to give you the exact blueprint of what to expect out there.
Actually, let me start by asking you a question. Are retailers still designing store layouts based on mere intuition? I mean, do you think modern retail still relies on a store manager's gut feeling to arrange products on the floor? You might be incredibly surprised by the reality of where we actually are today.
So here is our quick roadmap for today. Number 1, the future of retail 2026. Number 2, spatial analytics and AI. Number 3, the Phygital and AR merge. Number 4, neochromatic minimalism. And finally, number 5, sculptural storytelling.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, the future of retail 2026, shifting from guesswork to data.
You know, when we look at the old school way of doing things, it's honestly a bit shocking. A whopping 73% of in-store decisions still rely on just a store manager's intuition. Think about that for a second. But the new school, the 2026 standard that you are all going to be executing, it relies on predictive AI heat maps and continuous dynamic optimization. Basically, the days of saying, hey, I think this display looks good over in this corner, those days are entirely over.
Moving right along to Section 2, spatial analytics and AI, the new brain of the physical store.
So it's absolutely crucial to understand how this invisible foundation actually works. AI tools like Pygmalios and SpaceSmart, they are absolute game changers. They process literally millions of behavioral signals, tracking exact shopper routes, measuring dwell times, the whole shebang. And by doing this, they create these incredibly accurate predictive heat maps for product placement. This lets you identify and totally eliminate those margin-draining dead zones in a store. You can strategically place your high-margin products before you ever move a single physical shelf. It's like simulating success in the cloud before you spend a single dime on physical labor.
And why does this matter? Well, it all comes down to this number, 7%. Implementing these AI-driven layout adjustments has proven to deliver a 7% lift in category conversion when measured against control stores. That is huge. It anchors all of our wild, creative design concepts in absolute financial reality. And to put that operational impact into an even clearer perspective, just look at the gains here. When you implement AI-native space elasticity and macro space optimization, you're looking at a 20 to 30% reduction in inventory costs, plus a 20% improvement in operational efficiency and a 5% increase in product availability. We're talking about transforming your raw square footage into a highly optimized, highly measurable machine.
Section 3, the Phygital and AR merge, bridging the physical and digital gap.
Let's make sure we have these definitions locked down. Phygital and AR wayfinding basically represent the seamless fusion of physical stores with digital information. By bringing in augmented reality mirrors and virtual in-store navigation, retailers are drastically lowering the barriers to product discovery. You are quite literally connecting a physical package sitting on a shelf to a limitless digital world just by using QR codes and interactive scanning.
Now, by 2026, these integrations are going to completely dominate the market. We were talking about AR mirrors that let customers do virtual try-ons without even touching the physical items. We'll see QR codes on packaging that link instantly to digital specs. There will be motion sensors that trigger highly targeted content as you walk by, smart shelves that literally adapt to buying habits in real time, and modular BOPIS, buy online, pick up in store zones. These are the tools that keep shoppers engaged way longer and create a really unforgettable journey.
But there is a catch to all of this. Executing these hybrid concepts requires serious flexibility. And that's where modular fixture systems come in. They allow you to make rapid, data-driven layout changes based on whatever those AI traffic flows are recommending, but without having to totally tear up the store or burn through your overnight labor budgets. It's a real lifesaver.
All right, Section 4, neochromatic minimalism, beyond extreme minimalism.
So if you're looking to design a visually captivating space today, here is your new formula. Step 1, leave that extreme, cold minimalism completely behind. Let's be honest, nobody wants to shop in a store that feels like a sterile hospital operating room anymore. Step 2, adopt sophisticated, muted pastel color schemes. It creates a much warmer, optimistic environment. And finally, Step 3, add a single, highly vibrant accent color to create a strategic visual pop right on the shelf.
It draws the customer's eye directly to the product without totally overwhelming them. And that brings us to Section 5, Sculptural Storytelling, Organic Forms that Invite Exploration. Think about old-school visual merchandising. It relied super heavily on simple cubes, rigid blocks, just really transactional, kind of boring setups. But the 2026 standard, it shifts entirely to organic, asymmetrical, and tactile forms. These new displays, they basically act like art installations. They anchor a brand's narrative and actively encourage the customer to walk up, touch, and explore. But please remember the golden rule here. Aesthetic design absolutely must meet AI. Beautiful, organic, sculptural displays are completely useless if you put them in the wrong spot, right? That is exactly why they are now strategically placed in those exact high engagement zones identified by the predictive heat maps we talked about earlier. It's art and science working perfectly together.
To tie all of this together, I really want you to internalize this quote. The stores that thrive won't be the prettiest. They'll be the most adaptive. Environments that evolve as fast as the customers walking through them. That, right there, is the core thesis of your future careers. Continuous, data-driven adaptation is no longer just an option. It is an absolute necessity.
So, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. As the future leaders of the retail industry, stepping into a world where AI, AR, and organic design seamlessly collide, how are you going to use these 2026 tools to design your very first store? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, stay curious, and honestly, I cannot wait to see the retail spaces you go out there and create.